Pula Vinaka, and welcome back to our Aunty Tala show. We've got an amazing panel today. We've got two amazing musicians and a great actress, starting with one of my favorite singers, Peter T. Yeah! All right. And you've seen her on TV and all over Women's Weekly. Please give it up for Tawila Blakely. Yeah! All right. And now one of my favorite Tonga musicians. Please give it up for my friend Switch. Yeah! Woohoo! Wow! Thanks guys for coming. Great to have you here. But now we're going to move on to where you tell us about your problems and our panel will try and help you or maybe make things worse. So now let's go to our next video.
Hi Aunty Tala, my parents are so strict and I don't know why. They always let the boys go out, but they never let me go out. I just don't understand. Can you please tell me why that is?
Wow, that is such a good question, eh? And it is, it's so true. It's happening in all our island families. I guess let's see what you got to say about this, Peter T.
It's hard because I grew up in a household full of brothers, so I know exactly what she's talking about. My parents were pretty free with us. They let us just go out and do whatever. They were pretty trusting. Like I used to go to house parties at like 13 or 14.
Wow.
But I do remember, I know what she's talking about because I had a female cousin who was really naughty and she had to come and live with us for a little while because my parents were meant to discipline her and then they ended up kicking her out after 3 months because they couldn't handle her. She was running away, bringing boys home to the house, like it wasn't good.
Wow, this is going to be interesting, Tawila. You know, with you probably experienced something like this being a young Pacific girl.
That's right. It is, I think, traditional for Pacific girls to be kept in the home and for our brothers, cousins, everything else allowed to go out. The reason for that, bottom line, is because you can get pregnant.
Wow, yes.
And basically that's the whole logic of it. If they let us leave the house, we're going to get pregnant. But, well, how my mum said it to me, she said, you know, Tawila, a daughter is like a flower that sits in her parents' garden and waits for her husband to come along and pick it.
Wow.
That's right. So that's just how it is, and I don't know if we'll ever change that.
Well, it's so right, and also for me, when I was a young woman, it was very hard for me, you know. It's not that I wasn't allowed out, it's just that people outside said I should stay home. Yeah, especially the boys. But anyway, Swiss, you know, I know you got sisters at home as well. Is it true that you feel your parents treat your sisters different from yours?
Yeah, definitely. I think Tawila's right. You know, it's because you can go out and then come home pregnant. But at the same time, I look at it as a good and bad thing. Your parents love you that much that they want to make sure that, you know, you find a perfect husband and things like that. But then at the same time too, you know, it sort of makes you want to rebel and sort of, you know, break the rules and sort of just take off and end up running away and doing something stupid and ending up with what they're trying to stop you from doing. So, you know,
because I really feel that there was no communication between this young lady and the parents because she said make her understand. So I think if the parents explain it and say this is why we don't want you, or you know, we smash your face, you know, that type of thing, you know, then they will understand and then they'll think, oh, that's why, you know.
I think these kids are lying and saying they're going to the movies and then posting up parties on Facebook.
No, it's so true. Wow, thanks guys, that was great advice. I guess what we want to do now is just to say to Gina and explain why this thing is happening. Let's start with you, PT.
And Gina, I think if you really want to correct the situation with your parents, I think it's probably best for you to sit down to them and talk to them face to face, you know, as a young adult. And definitely try not to get too stroppy or too rebellious. If you can show your parents that you're more mature, then they might give you more freedom. So that's my advice.
Wow, you're gonna make a good daddy. All right.
I hope so.
Yeah, you want to be my daddy? Okay, so
I'll walk right into that.
So, Tawila, what could you help Gina with, and what could you say to her?
Yes, my sister Gina, I totally understand, you know, and it's important to know that your parents are doing this because they love you, and it's also important for us as daughters to respect our parents. I think, like what Peter said, try and talk to them, present your case, but if that doesn't work, one day you'll be married and you'll be out that house. So
yeah,
it's going to be a good day.
What about for you, Swiss? What's some advice you can help Gina about today?
Yeah, just talk to your parents. Yeah, they love you heaps, and just just try to work something out. You know, you go do all your fails and things like that, and do all your chores at home, and I'm sure they'll sort of be a bit more lenient. Yes, no, it doesn't work. It doesn't work. Hey, oh, yeah.
Oh, thanks for that.
Oh, bad luck.
Two-man Gina.
Oh, Gina.
Sucks to be you, Gina.
Yeah, she's gonna be single till she's 60. Anyway, my advice for you is to listen why your parents keep you at home, because you are special to them. You are their Teresa, the pearls in their eyes. You are like a gold and a diamond. They want the man to dig deep to get you. Don't make it so easy for them to get you. And sometimes it takes 70 years to get to that diamond, and that's when you get married at 75. So take care, Gina. Your parents love you. See you same time next week, same place. Bye.